So what does a dismissive avoidant want? What kind of relationship do they want? A severely dismissive avoidant person wants an ideal relationship that simply does not exist in the real world. They want a relationship that has no conflict, no disagreement whatsoever, no threat of emotional intimacy. And they want a relationship where there are zero, and I mean zero, expectations put on them. No expectations for physical intimacy, no expectations for emotional intimacy, and no expectations on the time, effort, and energy that they invest in the relationship. Any kind of conflict or disagreement, even the slightest disagreement, in the mind of the avoidant, it is an insurmountable problem. It means fundamental incompatibility with their partner. This goes back to childhood. This is a person that was emotionally neglected by their parents or caretakers. Their feelings were routinely dismissed. If they expressed themselves, not only were their emotions just completely blown off, they were often reprimanded for showing feelings. So this results in a person that believes that if they express themselves, they get emotionally rejected and abandoned. And also the lack of love caused them to feel like there is something wrong with them, that they are defective, not lovable. So a disagreement confirms these wounds to the avoidant. If there's a disagreement and their partner is upset, that means they did something wrong, which confirms that they are defective and not lovable. And this means that they are just fundamentally incompatible. It is all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking, something that severe dismissive avoidants are very prone to. Things are either all good or they are all bad. So conflict is something that they just can't handle, and they think the ideal relationship involves zero conflict. The expectations is another major trigger for the avoidant. When their partner asserts wants, needs, or holds boundaries, this triggers the same core wounds: defectiveness, not lovable. The avoidant wasn't able to meet the expectations of their parents or caretakers as a child. So they take this as pressure. And they believe they're ultimately going to disappoint their partner because they aren't good enough, that they're not lovable. They feel like they just simply can't give their partner what they need. So the avoidant will deactivate when they're triggered, regardless of whether it's a conflict trigger or a trigger based on expectations. When they deactivate, they take their feelings for their partner, they bury them, they suppress them. They don't allow themselves to access their own feelings. It's like a brick wall pops up inside themselves, and their feelings are on one side of the wall, and the avoidant is now on the other. And this is a person that has learned to avoid. That's why they're called avoidant. Avoiding processing the emotions, avoiding dealing with any kind of emotional relationship or life stress, avoiding self-reflection, and avoiding accountability. Avoid, avoid, avoid. So when they're triggered, they avoid. Now, in their mind, the relationship that they fantasize about, that they want, is one where they can get validation from their partner when they want it, when they seek it, on their time frame, on their terms. That they can show up, get some affection, get some physical intimacy, get validated, get desired, but then can go days or weeks at a time without seeing or even communicating with their partner. They want it on their terms, with zero conflict, zero disagreements, and their partner cannot express any wants or needs whatsoever. The avoidant gets their validation, and they get to feel wanted without letting this person in too close, without true emotional intimacy building. Anything outside of that is just overwhelming, is perceived as pressure, and wants and needs are a threat to the avoidant's sense of independence, a threat to their autonomy. Because when somebody expresses expectations or wants and needs, well, that's controlling, and the avoidant is losing themselves in the relationship, and they just can't deliver for this person. That's why they give these vague excuses like, I can't give you what you need. You deserve someone who can love you the way you deserve to be loved. They truly believe this because they truly believe that they are not good enough for a partner that has any kind of expectations, and they're not good enough for a partner that is emotionally available and shows them love. In summary, dismissive avoidants want a surface level relationship, completely surface level, where they get validation and have to give nothing in return.